Hello friends, welcome to the new video in our playlist. This video is concerned with patentability of computer program based inventions. Now, under the new patent agent examination format, it is very much likely that questions could be asked on the claims related to new emerging technologies. So, if a question is asked on how to frame a claim for computer based inventions or whether a given claim is patentable with respect to the section 3K or whether how to transform a non-patentable claim into a patentable claim, is there some methodology which has been prescribed under the new CRI guidelines? Well, if such questions are there and you would like to know the answers, then this video is for you. This video will help you understand the requirements of patenting computer program based inventions, frame the claims as per the CRI guidelines, recognize the shortfall in the drafted claim for such inventions, and after recognizing the shortfall, how to convert the said claim into a patentable claim by removing that deficiency in accordance with the CRI guidelines. The CRI guidelines, which have been recently issued by the Patent Office so as to provide a standardized format for examination of invention based on these new emerging technologies. They provide a structured approach for determining whether a given invention and the specifications thereof are patentable or non-patentable with respect to section 3K. As you already would know that under section 3K, the following four categories: business method, business mathematical method, algorithm, and computer program per se are termed as non-patentable. So, to start with, let us first understand what is computer programs per se. Now, when the claims which are defined by two characteristics, they fall under the computer program claims. Firstly, the claims which prescribe only computer program set of instructions or routines or subroutines, and the second type of claims which are related only to computer program product. So such claims, these two categories of claims are exclusively marked as computer program claims and hence are termed as non-patentable. But we must first understand the suffix per se. Now, by attaching the suffix per se, the intent of the legislature was to allow scope for allowability of computer-based inventions. Under the new CRI guidelines, to overcome exclusion of computer programs under section 3K, any claim must exhibit presence of four things. Firstly, there must be a technical problem. The technical problem must be having prescribed some technical solution in that claim. That technical solution must be implemented through technical means, and those technical means must exhibit some kind of a technical effect which must be substantial as part of that technical solution. So if an invention has these four aspects, then the said claim would fall under the possibility of patentability. So let us first see what is the structured approach which has been prescribed by CRI guidelines for assessing computer program per se based inventions. These guidelines prescribe a four-step method. The very first step is construing the substance of the claimed invention, identifying essential features. What basically primarily this step means is that you construe the substance this claimed invention holistically, not carried away by the verbatim which has been used therein. We ask, what is the invention really about? Is it really a software routine running on some generic hardware, or is it really pointing out to some technical effect? Technical effect in the sense that it is resulting in some technical output, tangible technical output. And then once you have worked out the substance of the claimed invention, you break that claim into its essential features, the indispensable building blocks that make the invention function. So, under the step 1, you look for the objective which is being targeted and extract the essential technical features. So, This will give you the technical problem to be identified and also a pre-look at the solution which is being offered. Now we move to the step 2. This specifically basically identifies the core problem and what is the proposed solution it is being offered. The ask for this step 2 is this a administrative problem or a technical problem which is being targeted? And with respect to this problem, you look at the solution. Is it purely algorithm, software logic, or does it involve some technical means? How the solution is being implemented. So remember the structured approach, there were 4 things: technical problem, technical solution, how the solution is being implemented, that is the technical means, and the technical effect. So we have worked out the problem out there in the step 1. The solution we have tried to assess in step 2, and how the solution is going to be implemented. That is the technicality involved. We assess it through step 2. Now we come to the production of the technical effect. This is dealt with under the step 3. The ask for this step 3 is, does the invention provide a technical effect? Now it must be clearly understood that the technical effect is just not an automation of tasks, but it is a tangible improvement in the technical performance, which could be in many forms. It could be in higher secure data transmission, it could be in the speed of transmission, or simply the speeding up the system, that is lowering the latency. Alternatively, if there is no technical effect and the plain effect is just increasing business efficiency, like resulting in faster billing, then obviously it would not fall under the category of the patentability, as there won't be any tangible technical effect, right? And so finally, with these 3 things: technical solution, technical problem, technical solution, the technical means resulting in some technical effect, assessing this, we can conclude if there is a technical effect, then it would not be excluded under section 3K, and then it would be potentially patentable. But if there is no technical effect, then it is a computer program per se and therefore excluded. So now, once we have got some basic understanding of the structured approach which CRI guidelines has provided, now let us take a real life example. What we are going to consider as an example is a system for recipe management. Under what this system basically does is that there is a computing device which has in which various recipes are stored. There is a recipe input module through which the recipes formulas are stored in there, the instructions are stored. Then the user can search out there. There is a display module which will give output, which will outlay the stored recipes and present the results to the user. Sorry. Then there is an ingredient scaling module configured to automatically adjust ingredient quantities based on the desired serving size. And finally, a shopping list is generated depending on how short the ingredients are because of the usage. So this claim expresses primarily the system. So now we examine the above claim for patentability as per the methodology prescribed under CRI guidelines. So let us move ahead with the structured approach outlined in the CRI guidelines. Now, step 1 was construe the substance of the claim and identify essential technical features. So we read the claim holistically and we can identify the indispensable elements of this claim. First is the computing device. It is an ordinary process and memory, constituting generic elements. Then data storage module, again it is a generic element. It could be some simple memory. Input module, by which is some software module which will take in the input in form of the recipe instructions. Search and display module, by which the user is able to identify the recipes. So it is also a software module. Then it is a scaling module where automatically adjust quantities as defined by the user chosen serving requirements. Then finally the shopping list generator, which will give him the short items list which has been used by the system in making the earlier recipes. And finally, the user interface for all the above. So all of this can be seen that all of them are generic elements or the generic software modules. There isn't any mention of any novel hardware module or a novel procedure out here. So we can observe the final few things. As mentioned, that listed components are generic software modules and standard data storage elements. No special hardware, no particular network, no extra additional sensors. The ingredient scaling is arithmetic, essentially a mathematical operation. And finally, the shopping list generation is a data consolidation aggregation. So the core of the invention is it is a business organizational tool for storing, searching, scaling, and compiling recipes. Essentially a software system that automates culinary management. So the core purpose is information management and present for personal convenience. So under step 1, after breaking down the claim, we have identified the substance of the invention, that it is an information and presentation system for personal convenience with respect to culinary management as determined by the user. So now we are going to move to the step 2 to determine the technicality. So here the ask is the problem technical or business? Earlier we were talking about the system, we are talking about the problem here. So here we can very well see with reference to the discussion with respect to step 1 that this system is a convenience, this system is targeting an convenience organizational problem which is user facing recipe management. The solution as claimed is a software automation of a business-like task. There isn't any technical constraints or problem which have been identified. So the conclusion with respect to technicality is that this solution in substance is a business administrative problem, specifically user convenience or a data management problem. There isn't any technical solution to a technical problem. So there isn't any much technicality involved except with the generic elements. So now the step 3 is trying to assess whether the given claim or the invention produces some technical effect which is not incidental. Now as we have mentioned out there in discussion with step 1 and step 2, this problem is a non-technical problem. So it could be very easy to assess that there would hardly be any technical effect associated with it. So no step with a technical effect such as increasing data transmission or processing speed of computer etc. is there. Does not provide any enhanced real world outcome, though it solves a real world problem in terms of a business problem being automated. So conclusion would be no demonstrable technical effect is claimed. All listed features are standard algorithmic steps providing business convenience, not a technical improvement. And so finally, when we are putting it to patentability text under step 4, we can very well say that the claim score is a business organizational method implemented using standard programming techniques. There isn't any technical implementation detail which have been specified herein. So the claim would be treated purely as a computer program per se, and hence it would be excluded from patentability under section 3K, hence non-patentable. So likewise, in the examination, if there is a claim where you would be asked to test the patentability of that, with this structured approach, you can analyze that very claim to score well in your patent agent examination, specifically paper 2. Likewise, for the inventors, if you have drafted a claim, it may be very beneficial to assess that claim with respect to this structured approach and cover out the shortfall which is there. So now the test would come is that can we convert this non-patentable claim into potentially patentable claim? Well, we can really do so because we can now understand What is the shortcoming? The shortcoming is that there isn't any technical effect associated with this. So if we can frame this claim where the computer program which has been mentioned therein, the algorithm which has been mentioned therein, we use it to produce a technical effect. Now this technical effect could be in form of reducing network latency, so that in real time culinary selection can be made. We can improve the scalability part, that is a large number of simultaneous choices can be made. Maybe let us say 2 recipes can be selected out there, or maybe two different type of culinary recipes can be made using some technical effect out there. Allow online updating of new culinary items, where anybody can just add in the culinary items and it could be integrated with the already database which is stored there. It could be in form of optimizing server resource allocation, that is making the system more efficient. So the idea is that if we can use the computer program per se, which has been mentioned in this claim, to make a new claim where this program is being used to produce a technical effect, then we can present it to the patent office that as if the invention has been reframed to emphasize a technical solution to a technical problem, and the business or the algorithm which has been used is used as a merely context, then it may become patentable. So likewise, to help you answer questions like this and to generate your competence in analyzing the claims, in building up the claims, and also transforming the claims, we have brought in this book, which would be very much helpful in clearing paper 2 of the patent agent examination, and also to build competence in framing good claims for patent application. The book is titled Patenting Emerging Technologies from Algorithm to Quantum Inventions. This book does not really merely explains the law or the requirements of the patent office. It takes in the examples to tell you how to work out patentability challenges in real world scenarios. Primarily, how to circumvent the exclusivity under section 3K, by which all the 4 categories, including computer program per se inventions, would be termed non-patentable. This book helps you learn how to draft specifications for invention based on new emerging technologies. This book would be very much helpful for paper 2 patent agent examination, for the primary reason that under this new format which has been there for paper 2 of the patent agent exam, it is very likely that new era technology based questions would be there. Students of patent law, primarily because you need to keep abreast of the latest happenings with respect to the technological progress which is being made in the new paradigm. Inventors, because you have got the whole biggest stake of all, you want to build good specifications with patentable claims which pass the scrutiny of the patent office. And for all of this, we have taken a lot of practical examples of various type of new emerging technologies, ranging from plain algorithm, business method, to AI, to quantum computing, blockchain, etc., which will give you ample hands-on experience on how to build specifications, how to draft specification with good quality, potentially patentable claims for the invention, irrespective of the technology on which it is based. This book further explains CRI provisions in simple structured manner. It analyzes new era based inventions. This book also provides practical drafting strategies to overcome section 3K. The understanding of this is very important, because the drafting strategies which were there for examining traditional technologies do not suffice for these new era technologies, primarily because the basic structure, process, and even the systems by which these technologies are emerging is totally different from the traditional technologies. So hence, when you are wanting to explain the specific invention which was based on the traditional technology does not suffice for these new era technologies. The do's and don'ts are different. The requirements of the patent office is different. The red flags need to be addressed, and most importantly, the pitfalls which would be there for these new era technologies vis-a-vis the requirements of the patent office need to be understood and handled appropriately. This book further discusses important case laws and IPO practices. And based on all the above four aspects here, it tries to bridge the gap between technology requirements and the patent law requirement and also the requirements of the patent office. So this book would be specifically beneficial to patent agent exam aspirants, patent professionals, and obviously the innovators who are wanting to file applications leading to the grant of the patent. We would suggest that this book is not an optional reading. It would be a strategic asset for your professional success, primarily because this is the era of new technologies and you have to prepare yourself both with regard to process as well as the law aspects of the patentability of these new era inventions. This book is available on Amazon. You can search by the title or the link is provided in the description. So, to end with, we would just say that if you want clarity, confidence and competence in patenting new age technologies, this book belongs to your desk. And if you want to build competence both with clarity and confidence, we ask you to keep with us in this journey of playlist wherein we are coming out with videos in which we are taking inventions based on some different new technology, and we hope that once you be a participant in this with our journey over a period of time, you will be feeling confident of handling any question related to inventions or the requirements of the patent office, both for the patent agent examination or filing an application. So we ask you to subscribe so that we can both together go on this very exciting journey of this patenting new era technologies. So thank you for your time.